Okay, so this is an initial review of the CJRB FieldSpar. It's the green edition, and it's the jumbo size. So it's got a 4.5-inch handle. Here's the specs. 4.5-inch handle, 3.5-inch blade, D2 tool steel, ceramic ball bearings, and G10 scales. I'm going to talk about all that later in the video. This is unedited, so I'm kind of going to be making a fool of myself in this one. It just comes in a plastic bag to keep it out of humidity. This is not an unboxing. I've had this out for about an hour, testing it and just coming up with some things to talk about, just because I want to give an honest review. This is a pretty big knife. It fits. I don't have like small hands or anything, but it fits nice in my hand, and I really love the shape of it. First thing with the handle is, in the scales, they recessed the metal within the G10, and so it's got a really nice soft feel. Take this away so it focuses on the knife. Yeah, it's got a really nice soft feel, and it's a liner lock, so that's actually really cool because they beveled that. Not at all like on my old knife. They did not bevel that. They sharpened that with grips, and it digs into your finger if you're doing it very often. Anyways, it's a liner lock, and it's a thumb stud opener and not a flipper. So there's no flipper right there. You just have to flip it. And you're probably thinking, you've got a band-aid on. You must cut yourself already. No, it is very sharp. But I did not cut myself. In fact, very sharp. It's a D2 tool steel, which is really great. It's what they use in a lot of screwdrivers and higher-end knives. This is a $35 knife. It's by far not a high-end knife. It's just really well made. Made in China. Sadly, you can see that right there. Made in China. I hate to see that, but it is what it is. The clip is cool. It's a stainless steel, nice and chrome, and it's recessed right there in the back. You can see it's recessed, and the screws are not going to catch on your pocket or anything when you're putting them away. I'll show that later too. I know the camera's just having a really hard time focusing. Anyways, the blade shape is really nice. I love how it just comes to a really sharp point, and I'm not worried about that being D2's tool steel. A lot of knives that'll either bend like it has on this one. That's why my tip is really blunt. It's bent, and so I just couldn't really sharpen it out. So I'm not worried about that. It probably will just hold up just fine, and you can sharpen it easily because of the bevel. Another thing, comparing it to this knife, is this loop right here. That is on pretty much all of these liner locks to prevent you from catching the blade on your finger. It won't cut you. They just did it right on this one. So it still doesn't catch your finger, but it also doesn't catch any rope or anything. I don't have anything here to show you, but it doesn't catch on things. As you can see, it will just slide onto the blade and be cut. Unlike on this one, it catches things, and it's really annoying if you get a slice of rope and it just catches it and doesn't cut. So really good design there. The handle is just super comfortable and soft. The G10 scales are really strong. They're not really going to get damaged at all. It's got a lanyard hole if you want to put a lanyard in it for some reason. It's a pocket knife, but I don't know why you do that. Anyways, ceramic ball bearings make it glide super easily. I'm sure you've seen this before if you're looking at this knife. You can just do that and it'll shut on its own. The brass liners on the pivot there are really cool because that reinforces the G10 and doesn't allow it to just wear out with time. Unlike this one, it's just got steel directly on the G10, although there is a steel liner underneath. Same as this one. This is just better for longevity, and it looks really nice. And in some knives made by CJRB, they actually make that red, and it just looks even better in my opinion. I don't know why I didn't get that one, honestly. But it's got a reversible pocket clip, and it's tip up. So when you put it in your pocket, the tip is going to be facing up, and that way when you grab it out, it will be hanging in your pocket like this if you're right-handed. As you pull it out, you can go ahead and open it. And yeah, I'm wearing a band-aid, not because I cut myself, but because this is really stiff. The snap snaps it in. It tore the skin away from my fingernail, and it's pretty much bleeding now. It really hurts. That's not a good design. I think they should have made that looser or tapered so it's stiffer one way than the other. And it's just really a learning curve, just like any knife. Like a lot of these, a lot of times that'll hurt your finger because it's kind of sharp metal there. It'll dig into your finger. You kind of have to learn to like slap it, and it doesn't hurt as bad. You kind of got to do the same thing here. It just takes practice and I haven't had it, you know, but an hour just learning how to do a thumb stud. Super good quality though. There is no wobble, no play in the blade at all. Like, I cannot find any. Where in this knife, which I've recently tightened, there is about 1 millimeter of play at the end of the blade. And, you know, it's serviceable. You can just pull these 3 bolts out. That's what's nice, just 3 bolts, not a whole bunch of fancy stuff. So that's all you have to do to clean the bearings and oil it or anything like that you need to do. It's very sharp. As you can see, it's already cut up this paper. No problem at all. Cuts right through it. And it's actually shaving sharp. No problem shaving it either. If you're going to do that with your pocket knife, I don't recommend that. Keep it away from your skin. Overall, the design is just really sleek and aerodynamic as it's going in your pocket. There's no edge to catch. The thumb studs would be the only thing that might, and they're a whole lot better than a flipper like this one, which literally has a grippy edge going into your pocket to catch and open. Not ideal. And also, you might notice a big corner there that would catch. Not going to be the smoothest. And thin shorts or jeans in some cases, that would really be an issue. It'll catch. Okay, so this pocket knife fits really well in your pocket. It just glides right in super smooth. And even on thin shorts, just push it right on because of the large taper on the clip here. It's all just slick stainless steel. Just slides right in and holds pretty well for its weight and just how nicely it goes in and out. There's a lot of extra space, and that'll allow for a much thicker material, which is always a bonus. You want to have, you know, you want it to accommodate for as much as possible, especially if you're wearing bigger jeans or something. So all in all, I'm a huge fan of the look and feel of this knife. It's just really good quality, and especially for the money. I paid $35 US for that, and it's really not that bad. The only problem is the thumb studs. I'm fine with thumb studs. I'm just not fine with it tearing my finger up trying to open it. I might go ahead and take it apart and sand that down a small amount, and I might just try to get used to it, because usually that's how it is. Like, even on this one, or knives like this, I always have a hard time learning to open them, just because it digs into your finger and stuff if you don't do it exactly right. So I'm not going to make this one all ugly like this one I have. It's all scratched up and sanded in different places. I've just made changes to it because it's a cheap knife and I've messed around. This one, on the other hand, is a really nice knife. It really looks good, and the D2 tool steel holds an edge great. I've already tested that a few times, and it really does hold an edge good. Okay, well, I think that's all I have to say about it today, so meet you back in like probably 6 months whenever I do a review on that. I'm planning to do a 6-month review on my KZ earbuds whenever that comes around. I might even do it sooner if they keep going at the rate they have. You'll see what I mean when that video comes out. Thanks for watching.